Hey guys, Remy here, RCS Geelong. Going to be burning a piece of timber today, which I've already burnt, but no, I haven't burnt it yet. And I just want to show you guys the process because it's a cool way of making look, that's a good bit of timber, but you can get a bad bit of timber, sand it, burn it up, and it looks unreal. And you can do it cheaply. So you can actually get your old bit of furniture, sand it back, get the coating off it, then burn it and re-clear it, and it'll just look really cool, and it's actually not that hard. If you're doing a gloss, it can be a lot harder. If you're doing a satin or a matte clear on top of your furniture, it's just a super easy process. You don't really have to worry about dust too much, and it'll come up looking really cool. Yeah, let's jump into it and I'll show you how to get it done. So from what I've found, when you're burning timber that you're going to then clear, I haven't done a gloss clear yet on any of my burnt project. I've always just stuck to satin because I just find gloss looks awesome because then you've got like that depth. But the problem with gloss is it scratches really easy. So I just find with furniture you're better off sticking with a satin because it just wears better. But anyway, yeah, you go just a little bit more than what you think that you should burn it, because then you're going to sand it down with a 240 and then clear it, which will just take away those harsh lines. At the moment, as you would have seen from the pans, you can really see where I've run the torch, but by the time I sand that down, it'll just disappear just that little bit to make it look cool. If you go too light and then sand it, it'll probably just disappear altogether. So just go just a little bit heavier than what you think and then sand it. And you can always burn it again once you've sanded it, but once you've cleared it, you can't burn it again because it'll make the clear go white. As you would have seen, I ended up sanding back this part here a little bit. So what I did was just go back to a 120 grit, sanded off the bits that I wanted to dull down a little bit, and then jump back up to a 240, and then went over the whole lot. So I'm happy with where it's at. I want the edges to be quite dark and then smooth into the middle. Now with a timber like this, not all timber does it that I've noticed actually, but the one coat clear system that you'll put on here, you're actually going to end up having to do at least 2 coats. Some timber, I don't know why, I thought it was because I'm using orbital, but I just did a restoration on a cabinet and it was pine. And I sanded it back and did 1 coat and it was smooth as. But you'll find that the hairs of this timber, this is Tassie oak, lifts up when you do your first coat, so when you run your hand over it'll be a bit rough. So what you want to do is just do your first coat, let that set. I think it's got to set for 2 days, and then just come down and give it a little wet sand, and then just do a light coat over the top of that, and then it'll be perfect. But yeah, I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to let this sit. I'll do my first coat, and then I'll let it sit for a couple of days, and then I'll give it a sand to show you guys how to sand it, and then do the second coat. So we've sanded and done a second coat now on the coffee table bench, and I'm happy with how it's looking and feeling. You could go do another third coat when you get the timber that does lift and gives you furs. I think usually I end up doing about 3 coats. I'm happy with how this looks. It's going to be just upstairs getting beers and stuff put on it, so yeah, I think it's perfect. The other thing is you can leave it wear and tear for a little while and then put another coat on it. It'll even look even cooler once it's a bit more worn out and you seal that in. So I kind of like that. People will get furniture and sand out all the old stuff that was on it, but it's like, oh, I want some of that. But you can obviously burn this to any level that you want. I only wanted to do a light burn around the outside. You could burn the whole table. You can literally burn the whole thing black and then sand it back, which can like really look cool because the black will stay in all the grains, or you can do what I've done, but really that's up to you. I just wanted to show you guys it's not as scary as you might think, and you know, it's a bit of fun just to get on there and burn it. And if you do burn it a little bit too much like I did on this bench, you just sand it back a little bit. That's a beauty with working with a hardwood or with any thick timber in general, because you've got plenty of thickness to work with. You can always just, you know, if I mess this whole thing up, I could theoretically run it through a planer, which I don't have, but if I had a planer, you could just run it through the plane, take a couple mil off all round, and you would be back with a brand new bit of timber. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did get something out of it, then yeah, drop us a comment. Appreciate if you liked and subscribed, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.